This video is from the course Introduction. It's designed for complete beginners and assumes you have no knowledge of the subject matter. If you are interested in more beginner, intermediate, or advanced content, check out our website, SUBMETA.io.
We're going to go through chokes, what they are, how they work, and whether they're dangerous to train.
Yeah, in my mind, the choke is kind of like the king of submissions, because if you think about all the other submissions, which are joint locks, if your opponent doesn't tap, they'll be really badly damaged and they probably won't be able to continue fighting. But the choke is the only submission which completely incapacitates your opponent. So given that it has the power to do this, it is logical to think that, well, is it dangerous to apply? And the answer is, in most instances, the choke is not dangerous to apply, provided you're working it within a safe training environment where the parameters are understood and everyone knows, how to tap, when to tap, and, that's a widely understood convention within the gym. And it is widely understood in most jiu-jitsu academies.
Yeah, I think when people who don't train hear of chokes, they often think of the movies where someone will choke someone and then they're dead. That's the end of it. They let go, and they walk away, and they go and on their next mission. But in reality, that's not what happens.
Steven Seagal.
Yeah. In reality, usually when you choke someone, they will pass out, and then within 10 seconds, maybe 30 seconds, they're woken back up, and they usually feel fine. Now, we're not saying that that's something that you should do in training, like you should tap when someone gets you in a choke. Most of the time, no one passes out in training. I've been training for 18 years. I've never been put to sleep. I've been borderline. Definitely been borderline, where the world clouds over and it starts to blacken over, and then you're tapping, and then your opponent lets go. But most of the time you tap well before that. You recognize you're in a choke, and you can start to feel that occurring, so that's when you should tap out. And there's a bit of conjecture about how chokes actually work, but the main gist of it is that you're reducing blood flow to the brain because you're occluding the carotid artery, and you're also reducing the ability of your brain to return blood back to the heart because you're compressing the jugular vein. This lack of oxygen going to the brain, temporary lack of oxygen, is one of the reasons why your brain essentially will temporarily shut down. Now, there are some other theories about whether, for example, the build-up in pressure causes your brain to shut down, and that's, as I said, an area of conjecture.
So aside from the mechanism of how the choke works, as a beginner, the thing that you really need to know is that when you're in a choke, you're going to know it. When someone's arms are around your neck, it's going to feel uncomfortable, and you're going to want to get out of there, and the way that you do that is just by tapping. On the other side of it, when you're applying a choke, you shouldn't be looking to make your opponent go unconscious. You're looking to make them tap. So you're looking for them to be resisting. If they're still resisting, they're obviously still conscious. If they're not resisting, don't continue to apply the choke. Check on your opponent and make sure you're training in a way which is safe for everyone.
I hope you enjoyed this video from the course Introduction on SUBMETA.io. If you go to SUBMETA.io, you can watch this course for free, uninterrupted, with exercises to help you with recall. Also for free, we have the follow-up course to this, Foundations 1, Escapes, which builds on the content you'll be learning in this course.